Hello, WWE Universe, and welcome to the review/results video here regarding Extreme Rules 2018 as we take a look and see what went down this past Sunday during the Extreme Rules show. So on the kickoff show, we finally got to see a pay-per-view debut for Aaron Ensei Alomar, who the previous NXT champion, taking on Sin Cara in a one-on-one match, and Aaron Ensei Alomar managed to defeat Sin Cara in his debut pay-per-view match, making a successful debut during the kickoff show. So Aaron Ensei Alomar looking strong at Extreme Rules. And then this would then lead to the six-man tables match, where we would see Sanity take on the New Day. This was Sanity's debut pay-per-view as well, so this is their debut as well. And they managed to win their six-man tables match, still looking a dominant force, beating the New Day and putting them straight through a table, as the New Day were unable to defeat Sanity in the tables match. So Sanity still chaotic as always. And then we would come to the main show, of course. And the main show would kick off with the Raw Tag Team Championships, where we would see the B Team, obviously referred to as Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, who have basically been on a winning streak recently on Raw, would take on the Awoken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And out of the blue, well, the B Team managed to surprise the audience with a major win over obviously the deletions of worlds and becoming the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Fancy that. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas becoming the new Raw Tag Champions on a winning streak as a tag team, which is kind of something, isn't it? To see them win the Raw Tag Team titles, which is that's a bit of a surprise, to say for the least. And then we come to the one-on-one match between Finn Balor and Constable Baron Corbin meeting one-on-one, and obviously we kind of know how vicious Finn Balor is going to be, and he managed to defeat Baron Corbin in a one-on-one match, looking strong on pay-per-view. So Finn Balor is still on a roll at Extreme Rules. And then we move on to the next match, of course, where we would see Carmella defending her SmackDown Women's Championship to Asuka, who continues to want to get herself a chance to become the new NXT, the new SmackDown Women's Champion, you could say. And Carmella manages to defeat Asuka twice now and manages to remain the SmackDown Women's Champion. And she's certainly impressing quite a lot of people with her SmackDown Women's Championship run, and even though she didn't capture the NXT title when she was in NXT, at least she's certainly making a pretty cool SmackDown Women's Champion, to say for the least, which will be interesting to see who challenges her next in regards to SummerSlam. Who will be up to face Carmella next? We'll have to find out and see. And then eventually we will come to the next matchup, which would see where we would see obviously Jeff Hardy defending the United States Championship to Shinsuke Nakamura, and this was their first battle for the United States title, and what a major win for Shinsuke Nakamura, winning his first title in the main roster, becoming the brand new United States Champion. And of course, a returning Randy Orton decides to show up and also become heel in the process by attacking Jeff Hardy himself. So it looks as though Randy Orton's now officially back in his heel terms, which is, I know a lot of people are going to be pleased to hear that, because, of course, a lot of people wanted Randy Orton to be heel for some time. So, yep, you've got your wish. And then we come to the steel cage match, where we would see Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman meet in a steel cage. Obviously, Kevin Owens went through hell with Braun Strowman, but nevertheless, Kevin Owens managed to win Valid Escape after Braun Strowman literally chucked him off the steel cage right through a table, and now he's obviously injured, by the way. So that's the reason why he hasn't been on Raw last night, because he was literally injured thanks to Braun Strowman. So when will we see Kevin Owens again? God knows, but we'll certainly know when he's back up on his feet again, won't we? But And then we come to the SmackDown Tag Titles, which obviously earlier on in the show, Kane got attacked and he got injured. And by the way, he did suffer a real injury on his knee, so he's going to be out of action for some time. So therefore, Daniel Bryan decided to take on the team by himself because of the fact that Kane wasn't going to be out there. So he took on the Bolero brothers in a sort of a handicap match in a way, as Daniel Bryan had to feed off this team to be able to win the tag titles. But unfortunately, Daniel Bryan didn't get the job done, unfortunately, and this led to the Bolero brothers remaining the SmackDown Tag Champions as Luke Harper and Eric Rowan continue on a roll as being SmackDown's dominant tag team. Then we come to the next match, of course, where we would see Bobby Lashley having another pay-per-view showdown against a powerhouse known as Roman Reigns. This was their first ever one-on-one meeting in the ring, and man, Roman Reigns is certainly put on all the stops for Bobby Lashley. But of course, Bobby Lashley out of nowhere manages to defeat Roman Reigns and looking strong in his battle against Roman Reigns as he comes out on top over Roman Reigns. And obviously, we all know what he's wanting to go after, and that is the Universal Championship. So it'll be interesting to see where Bobby Lashley goes from here. And then, of course, we come to the next match, of course, which would be for the Raw Women's Championship, by the way, because of course the Raw Women's title had a lot of drama, I can tell you now, because of course not only did Mickie James get involved, but of course we all know Ronda Rousey had a part to play, because obviously she was after Alexa Bliss after what Alexa Bliss made fun out of her over the last couple of weeks. But of course, with Mickie James's help, you can probably tell that Alexa Bliss manages to take down Nia Jax and remain the Raw Women's Champion. But obviously, we all know that at SummerSlam, well, recently announced it at SummerSlam, Alexa Bliss is going to have to deal with Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam for the Raw Women's Championship. So we'll see how she'll survive that battle. But anyway, so that is obviously the Extreme Rules match for the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss beating Nia Jax, and then we would come to the WWE Championship match where AJ Styles and Rusev battle for the WWE title. This was Rusev's first opportunity at the WWE Championship, and unfortunately, Rusev. It wasn't a Rusev day; it was an AJ Styles day, as AJ Styles continues his reign as the WWE champion. And obviously Rusev tried his best, but it just wasn't good enough to beat AJ Styles, because AJ Styles was quite impressive as the WWE champion, continuing to be phenomenal as the champion, as he says. And then, of course, we come to the final of the championship matches at Extreme Rules, which is the 30-minute Iron Man match, which was the main event for Extreme Rules. Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. Who is going to be able to outlast the other? Well, it went to sudden death, because obviously both men scored within the 30-minute time limit, a score of 2, and then it was left to one predicament to decide who would win. And obviously Dolph Ziggler manages to beat Seth Rollins and still remain Intercontinental Champion at Extreme Rules. So, yep, Dolph Ziggler's still your Intercontinental Champion, even though Seth Rollins was unlucky to be able to recapture the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules. So, yeah. Bit unfortunate for Seth Rollins. Bit unfortunate. But regardless, though, it was quite an intense pay-per-view, you could say, because there was a lot of action, a lot of drama going on in the ring and outside. And, yeah, it's all building up, isn't it? Now, we're all building up to SummerSlam, and we know that SummerSlam is going to be a massive show, because Ronda Rousey is going to compete on her first SummerSlam match, and also we're going to have obviously Brock Lesnar returning at SummerSlam to defend his Universal Championship. So it's going to be a big show regardless, and looking forward to seeing what we're going to be seeing during SummerSlam this year. So let me know in the comment section, did you enjoy Extreme Rules? Did you like what you saw it at Extreme Rules, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you all for the reviews for the upcoming NXT TakeOver and SummerSlam next month. So, see you there. And also, let's not forget World of Sports and Wrestling as well. See you then.